Minutes. 10 minutes late, all because of these modern signals.
The token service was better than this. We never had this many delays before.
Let's be thankful the new signals are only in a few spots, and not the whole railway.
The engines were thankful for that. As they talked, Edward pulled into Elsbridge, looking very excited.
Morning, all.
Good morning,
Edward.
What brings you over this way, Edward? Shouldn't you be at Wellsworth?
Oh, well, I'm just on my way to Knapford. I'm collecting the inspector to take around the island.
Well, be careful near the point. The new system has been a bit clunky lately.
I'll keep that in mind. Thanks, Toby.
Edward arrived at Knapford, where he could see Jane shunting the inspector's coach to the platform.
I'm guessing you'll be my engine today.
That is correct. I'm Edward, one of the older engines here on the island. I guess the Fat Controller wanted someone who knows the island well to take you around.
Indeed, Edgard. Shall we make our way then? I just finished looking around this station.
The inspector got into his coach, and Edward left the station. Edward made his way to Tidmouth Sheds, where he could see Donald resting.
Hey, top of the morning to you, Edward. That's a special coach you're pulling there.
Yes, I'm taking an inspector around the island. We're just making a small stop here at the main sheds.
The inspector walked out of his coach and examined the sheds a bit before checking the turntable.
I'm surprised at how well kept this place is, despite being in use frequently by different engines, correct?
Yep. Almost every engine on the island has rested in Tidmouth Sheds.
Very unorthodox, and it sure have set sheds to sleep, not go willy-nilly everywhere.
Edward was aghast. He didn't know what to say. Donald did, though, and was about to say something to the inspector, but he had went back into his coach.
Come on, Edgar. Timid Holt is next on my list. Ah, yes, the famous west side of Sodor. Quite a beautiful sight to take in. The stations are in good shape as well.
Yes, sir. This area was recently constructed, and the trains have been running smoothly.
I see. I'll put that in my notes. All right. Next part of the island, Edgar.
Edward blew his whistle and left the station. At last, Edward came rolling into Elsbridge.
All right. Let's check out this
Before the inspector could even finish his sentence, Thomas came through, shunting some trucks. What he didn't know was the points up ahead had switched tracks, leading them straight to Percy. Percy shut his eyes as the two engines collided into each other. The inspector and Edward looked on in shock at the wreckage.
Oh, boys!
I've had it with these points. Stupid things.
It's like they have minds of their own.
Incompetent engines. I imagine accidents like these are often, given this island's track record. Well then, Edgar, let's go. On to the next station.
A saddened Edward looked towards Toby. He was already grumpy. He was about to chew at the inspector for messing up Edward's name, but just like at the sheds, Edward had made his way out before anything could be said. The rest of the journey was going well. Edward smoothly made his way all over the island. That was until Vicarstown. Edward checked the signal up ahead and it showed its bold green, showing all was clear. What he didn't know was there was an electric failure in the points. What made it worse was Boko was passing through with a heavy goods train.
Wait a moment. Isn't that... Oh no.
Boko and Edward both realized what was going to happen. Boko couldn't stop in time due to the weight of his train. Edward knew there was no way he'd be able to stop in time. Edward's eyes darted around before putting on a brave face. The two engines missed each other inches apart. Edward was relieved. Edward breathed a sigh of relief as he pulled into Vicarstown.
My goodness, Edward! I've never seen you go that fast before. That was a very brave thing to do.
Brave? Brave? Those engines were straight mad! That diesel for running straight to a red signal! Edgar going over the speed!
That engine's name is Edward, and you ought to be thanking him for his quick thinking. You call it mad, I call it being courageous. If you had been paying any attention instead of grumbling this whole time, you would have noticed it's the signals causing problems, not us. We were doing just fine before that new system. Sorry, sir. It's not right for you to blame Edward for something that was out of his control.
Well, you do make a good point. I'm sorry, Edward.
It's alright, sir.
This is truly a fine railway, and I'm now realizing I may have written some biased things down about your island. I'll make sure to edit those over, but thank you for the ride, Edward, and it was a great pleasure to be with you. Good day.
Once everything was settled, the inspector went on to Gordon's train. Gordon blew his whistle as he left the station. Edward watched as the train passed him, feeling a bit better about himself. The inspector had a lot on his mind. His views have now changed. He now knows that despite their mishaps, the island of Sodor truly has some enterprising engines.